Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers, and you can transform your life. Right now on WWNN in South Florida, Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2 hours, listen and call in toll-free, 888-565-1470, 888-565-1470, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and share love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your heart.
Yes, indeed. Open up your heart right here on WVCMG. We are answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. And we are so glad to be connecting with all of you all across the nation. And tonight, we're getting ourselves ready for that holiday cheer that's coming up. And then also to get ourselves in the energy of the new year that's coming. So what do you have to do to shift and change? What do you need to recalculate? And where are you feeling limited? Where has 2020, 2021, and 2022 bound you, tied you, made you feel like you can't move forward? Well, tonight we're going to break the chains. We're going to cut away all that binds you to things that no longer serve you. Have you felt as if you're stuck, you're stagnant? Do you feel as if the energy doesn't move in the direction of your intention? A lot of us are working on manifestation, and we sit and we manifest and we focus and we pray. But suddenly things just don't seem to be moving. What could it be? Well, there are planetary influences that tend to slow up and slop things up. A lot of it is based in our own rooted fear of our past failures repeating themselves, fear of success, our own insecurities. We often doubt ourselves, even though we know in our logical mind it's possible. But somewhere in our feeling world, we have a memory of a failure. We have a thought of a conditioned belief that was given to us when we were growing up. A couple of weeks ago in my apprentice program, I was talking to my students, and we were talking about words and statements that were around lack and limitation. How many of you are feeling the lack and limitation? How many of you felt that when you were growing up, you heard similar statements to, money doesn't grow on trees. If you want to get far in the world, you're going to have to work hard. Oh, that's for them, but not for us. We're the hardworking bunch. Or what about money is the root of all evil? All of these things are things that have been said to us, statements that were made that make us believe a certain limitation. But is that really true? If the universe is abundant and everything in nature is taken care of, everything flows beautifully with ease and grace, everything's in harmony, even when it seems that the winds of change are out there in nature, things have a way of recalibrating itself, cleansing itself, balancing itself. So why is it that we humans have such a tough time? Because we are rooted in a physical experience and our emotional feelings, as well as being spiritual at the same time. And often in our early formative years, the attention is focused on the intention to move forward in the world and succeed, and the comparing mind that we must beat someone else in order to be successful. We must outshine, outshow. There's this competitive edge in this world that has driven us all to this circle of perfection and imperfection and comparing ourselves to others so that we can have success. But if we really step back and we look at ourselves as spiritual beings, we can see that the inner self has more than we give ourselves credit for. We've got this energy of gifts that are unique unto ourselves. We have things that are aligned with us that no one else has. Each person has their own unique blueprint, and the soul of you has the capacity to do great things. But the human of you, sometimes you get a little stuck because you worry, you overthink, you overanalyze, you wonder, what if? What if? Well, what if you don't do it? Then nothing's going to change. But what if you try? Then you might fail. But what if you don't fail? Then you could be successful. There's this thought process that goes on within us that, well, is maddening. It just sends us into this emotional and mental overdrive. How many of you find yourselves not sleeping well at night? And your mind is turning and tossing around, and you feel as if you can't get out of a funk. Well, it's time to break the limitations. It's time to come to the realization that you're more than who you've conditioned yourself to be. You're more than you've seen yourself. You have yet to do your best. There's so much more there for you. It's just reaching up and seizing those opportunities and moving yourself in the direction of what you want to create and opening up to new horizons and seeing everything as you would love it to be. So you may say, well, I'm stuck in a particular financial situation, and what is seeing how things are going to be going to do to help me? What, I'm going to sit and daydream and something magically is going to happen? Well, energetically, things begin to align in different formation to assist you in creating a different life. The more positively you view the outcome, the more you feel as if something has already changed, even though you don't see evidence of it. The more you drop down in your feeling and negotiate with your inner subconscious and say, no, you have no power over me. I am able to do anything I set my mind to, and the limitations of the past have fooled me before, but they will fool me no more. You are able to do this. So how can we step away from the limitations? By choosing to think differently, by choosing to feel the feelings, and opening up our heart to allow love to be the power that creates through us, love to be the power that shifts everything, love to be the only conquering power in and around everything that you do, and understanding that the journey for you is based in your soul. There is no surprise there. Everything is already there. Everything is pre-planned, so to speak. You have to step into your destiny. And there are different variations of your destiny. If you have a destiny to be of service to other people, you may choose to be a doctor or a nurse, or you may choose to be a psychiatrist, or you may choose to be a social worker, or maybe your need to do service is expressed in a way that you help at your local church. It need not be all of those things. It need not be the higher end of it. It may just be the way that you feel most comfortable expressing yourself. There are opportunities for everyone to express themselves in their own unique way. And inside of you is this jewel, is this untapped hidden treasure that you've yet to discover. It's the real reason for you being on earth. It's the reason that you're here in the tapestry of life that is unfolding rather dramatically, I might say, in these past few years, but you're a part, a piece of the whole. And as this piece of the whole, you're an integral part to the outcome of what mankind does in these next few years. You're an integral part of the shift of consciousness. You're an integral part of every individual tuning into their own unique source and the connection to the divine and the freedom that is within, and understanding that you can create regardless of what may or may not be available, regardless of the economic climate. You can choose to create a business or something that is going to be of value and purposeful and intentional for you. You can do these things. It's a matter of not allowing the rhetoric and the stories that you've told yourself in the past and that have been told to you to box you in so that you have no possibilities. The truest gift for all of you is your ability to see beyond what appears to be an obstacle. I have the power to view beyond what appears to be, knowing that something even greater and better is before me. We want to see, we want to use those like Superman eyes and just see right through something, knowing that we're passing through something that it may appear to be a limitation, but it need not impede us. It need not slow us down. We can do anything we set our mind to. And regardless of where you are in the journey of life, regardless of status, regardless of partnership, relationships, financial challenges, a job that maybe you feel stuck and stagnant, you can wake up tomorrow and choose to change. And choosing to change means stepping into an authority over yourself and your old emotions and claim that you choose to change. I choose to look at things differently. I choose to change. I choose to be grateful for the job I have. I choose to bless my current job, knowing that the power of gratitude and the power of love will open up a door for me for a new opportunity. I choose to view myself differently, thus give myself permission to redesign myself and not be limited towards regarding what I see in front of me in the mirror, or the experience that I see in my bank account, or the experience I have in relationship with the person that I'm with in relation. There are changes that you can make every day, but it's how you act and react. And we need to be the authoritative figure over our own emotions. We need to exercise discipline and some discretion in even how we act and react. We have to choose. Am I going to allow this to bother me and overwhelm me? Or am I going to just let it pass by, knowing it's out of my control and that something always shows up in the nick of time and this will be resolved? And rather than focus on the problem, I just am going to be in gratitude, knowing that the solution will reveal itself to me in the most perfect of times, and that perfect resolution will fill my heart and everything will move with ease and grace. It is this thought, this feeling that our world, even it's clamoring with its challenges and difficulties and conflicts, and those are very real, and they can elicit great fear and lack within all of us. But are we going to fall into that hypnotic suggestion, that feeling that we have no control over our own joy? Or are we going to choose joy? Are we going to choose love? Are we going to choose to make changes that are within our ability, that can bring more happiness and more balance in our lives? And by choosing that and choosing to feel free to be our true expression of our authentic self, then we have infinite possibilities and infinite opportunities out of what appears to be the box of life. If you're caught in a box, if you're on the gerbil wheel, then we want to talk with you tonight. We want to see, how do we break those chains and how do we move ourselves forward to change our beliefs? And where did that belief stem from? Was it something said to you as a child? Was it an experience as a young adult? What set you in the path of not feeling that you could have it all, that you could change the destiny of your written out life based on your goals and your experiences and the hard knocks that you've received? Why can't we use all of those hard knocks and use them as stepping stones to greatness? I hear in my head a theme from Annie. One of the songs was, "It's a hard knock life for us." And sometimes it feels like we're all a bunch of orphans in a hard knock life. But that little piece of you, that little orphan trapped inside, we can rescue that orphan and we can bring it to the future. And we can allow your little girl, your little boy, who's trapped in a memory of not feeling good enough, not worthy, that has been limited and blocked in their ability to dream, we can bring them forward, and you have an opportunity to redesign the future. Well, we're really enthusiastic to speak with you tonight, right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah at 888-565-1470. You're listening to us on VCMG, and we are so excited to connect. And to our friends on Facebook and YouTube, thank you so much for your comments, and we will be answering your questions. Be sure to leave your question in the comments along with some information so that we can access you. Check the feed, follow what we ask, and we will get to answer questions on Facebook, YouTube, and of course on our call line at 888-565-1470. Don't go anywhere. We've got some special announcements and some real cool specials coming up. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
You know me, do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful 2 hours of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're answering your questions at 888-565-1470. And we've got some real cool things coming up, and we wanted to share. First of all, we're getting ready to offer you our New Year's sessions. So if you're interested in doing your New Year reading, want to peek, take a look at what's coming up for 2023, and is 2023 going to set you free? Well, we're returning to the power of love. We're returning to that energy. We're going to be offering this powerful package of our fabulous New Year's forecast. And also, we've got coming up in the future, you'll be seeing all the insight on our latest products for our New Year's collection. This offers you everything that you need to start your 2023. So be on the lookout. The photos are coming, and it's a fabulous collection. So if you want to start your 2023 off with a bang, be sure to sign up for your personal New Year's forecast. I look forward to seeing what 2023 has for you. Now, we've got some interesting news on our radio front. Are you ready? We've got some expansion coming, and we're really glad to share it with all of you. And we've got some changes coming, so mark it down. Starting December 7th, we've got time, but December 7th, we're going to be changing our time to start at 6:30 p.m. Why is that? Oh, no, you're taking time away? Oh, God, what are we going to do? Nothing like that. Yes, we're going to start at 6:30 p.m. I'm imagining you'll all be a little more settled, cozy in your homes. It's getting a little chilly up north, and you might want to be all toasty warm when you tune in to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. But we got a surprise for you. We're going to gain an extra half hour, and we're going to be going from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Yes, you heard me right. Some of you were asking for more time, more opportunities to call in, even more ways to get to us. Those will be some more surprises. We'll be announcing a little further into the month as we get closer to December 7th. But I just want you to mark the date, December 7th. We're going live on 3 more stations. Can't wait to share all that with you as we get closer. And we're going to be with all of you and spending more time together, cozied up on a chilly winter night for most of the United States, while we're all toasty warm here in South Florida with an occasional chill of a low 50s. But I know our heart bleeds for all of you. But join us every Wednesday night through December 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. But in December 7th, we go from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., you and me and all of us on Facebook and YouTube and all of our phone lines. And we're going to have more ways for you to dial in and let's go answer those questions. So thank you so much, everyone, for all of your support. It is 13 and a half years. I can't believe it, but we have been really building our connection with all of you. And thanks to all of you sharing the love and the light of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, we're really happy to be able to give you more opportunity to share for yourself and others. Well, enough of the announcements. We've got to go to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. And if you get a busy signal, it's okay because, well, we'll get to you. Just keep dialing and put us on speed dial. We're going to go to Sabrina. Sabrina is in Margate. Sabrina, how are you doing?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I am well. Good to connect with you, and happy pre-Thanksgiving. And what is your question? Where are we feeling limited, Miss Sabrina? Yes, thank you.
Just going through a lot recently, and just wanted to know what Spirit sees for me for the rest of this year and moving forward for 2023.
Well, you've been caught up in a bit of a routine, and things seem a little stuck and stagnant for you. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And our emotions are a little bit out of sorts as well with people. Does that also make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2023, as we move you in that direction, it's really about getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of your box. It's really about being a creative person. And anything that seems narrow and routine, taking a look at it and looking at how you can redesign it. I really feel that there have been some connections with people that haven't been flowing well for you. And I see things kind of ironing out, and you're really learning who's really got your back and who doesn't. You're in a bit of a disagreement, a miscommunication with someone at this time, please?
Yes, my mom and dad.
Okay. That's your mom, you said? Yeah?
And dad, yep.
Yeah. Well, not always do people understand what our journey is and what we need to do, and this too shall pass. I want you to send them a lot of love and healing, and this disconnect is something that is part of a growth spurt for you, and you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. And sometimes as we grow and we get out of the box of limitations that people have created around us, and us being who they expect us to be,
Correct.
and
Correct.
us not meeting that expectation, right? And then them
Correct.
kind of saying, this is what you need to do in your path. And as I say this to you, I'm shown this Jack in the Box, right? And so here's Sabrina. Dun, 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 dun. Pop goes Sabrina. But then Sabrina pops up, and then your family's like, oh no, we can't have you out of the box. We need you in the box. And they slam you right back in the box. So this is what I mean about being creative and breaking routine and moving yourself in a positive direction. And there'll be a point where you'll come to agree to disagree, but you have to live your own life and be your true, authentic self. Eventually they'll catch up with that, but you have spent a lot of time, a great deal of time, growing spiritually and advancing yourself. And it's really your turn to give yourself permission. And when I move you into the month of May, into 2023, when I look at that energy, that makes me say, wow, you're going to have networked with different people and broken this routine even more and done something that's valuable for your career and what you want to do. And this is going to bring you financial wellness and a better circle of community around you. So navigate this disconnect, not really feeling that it's how it was intended to be by your elders who have passed on. They really want peace and harmony in the family. Family's always been very important to family. But you know what? Your mom and dad have their viewpoint. They have to live in their box. You're the Jack in the Box or the Sabrina out of the box at this time. I hope this has been of service to you and given you some insight.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're
I
welcome,
appreciate you every
Sabrina.
time.
My pleasure. Bye for now. 888-565-1470. And let's pull those questions as we get ready to go to Facebook. Before we go to our friends on Facebook and YouTube, as you leave your questions, we're going to go to Kamini. And Kamini is in New York. Kamini, how are you tonight?
How are you?
I am great, Kamini. And how and where are you feeling limited?
Well, basically personally, I just want to know, like, relationship-wise, like, is anything going to grow for me in the near future with relationship?
I do see that. And the way I see relationship growing for you is I see a new person entering in your life. I feel like this year has been a year of just trying to get yourself financially sound. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And when I look at the journey of your future for love, this love energy is something that's more part of the March energy of February, March of 2023. This is where I feel like we've got an opportunity to create more love and more connection in our personal life. So are you looking to connect and date new people? Is that something that's in your desire?
I don't really know, but I didn't know if anything was coming around because it's just been, like, nothing happening, and the people who are interested, I'm not interested. So,
Right.
yeah.
He's coming. He's coming. There's a song I hear in my head. Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. So just be open for that.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Positive vibes around that. Positive changes are coming for you in 2023. Bye for now.
Thanks, Sarah. Bye.
888-565-1470. While we're dialing up those calls, we're going to go to our friends on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to pull some comments and some questions in our YouTube and Facebook feed and see what's popping over there. And let's see who we've got here on our Facebook and our YouTube feed. We'll give it a minute to have that pulled up. Let's see. I don't think we've got them pulled up yet. So we will go to, oh, there we are. We've got YouTube. We've got T. Phillips. Sarah, how do we know when our angels are talking and guiding us? And is there any message this person wants to know? Because they're feeling like they're struggling and they're feeling like they need to know that they're being seen and heard and what's most important to them. So when I look at this energy, T. Phillips, the first thing is yes, guides and angels have lots of ways of communicating with us. Sometimes it's with a song or a memory. They will give us a snippet of something that is a connection to a person who has passed. There'll be a sign of a bird or a butterfly that's kind of out of character and not normally popping up around us. Something that's a little different. Maybe we'll see someone's name on a license plate and you'll be like, oh, wow. Or it's something is like red and you're like, wow, that was my grandma's favorite color. And you'll notice that and you'll connect it to someone with you. And your guides and your angels, they do the same thing. They get you to focus and put your attention and intention on what's going on around you so they can point things out. And they are very much aware of a struggle and this shift that is around you, but this is a time for you to be in balance and order. You know, the current struggling that you're going through, the financial and the personal upheaval that seems to be almost like an uprooting and you feel like you can't get yourself back grounded is temporary. And remember to honor yourself in this journey, T. Phillips, because there is a silver lining in this situation. Just let it unfold and do everything you can to create a new version for yourself, and things are going to turn around. Thanks so much for your YouTube question. And we're going to go to our Facebook question now, and we've got Stephanie Pappas. Stephanie Pappas is looking for some guidance. For my love life, we are at the crossroads and want to know what would be most advised. So, a relationship that is out of whack, Stephanie Pappas, that we're trying to patch up and build back in is not a desirable relationship because the patch isn't going to hold in this energy because there's differences of how relationships should be and how each partner should be treated. And there's a boundary there of respect and honoring. And please remember, Stephanie, if someone would walk away from you or dishonor you or betray you in some way, as it has happened in the past, then why would we want to entertain their possibility of this crossroad of should we reconnect? It is the opportunity for you to hold the healthy boundary and choose yourself first, no matter how difficult things may appear to be in the problems and struggles of the physical life. It is never for you, Stephanie Pappas, to put yourself in a position that you are a slave to someone else's emotional turmoil and create angst in your own life, thinking that that would be the safer bet. It is actually giving your opportunity and blessings away by not allowing the divine to intervene and your guides and angels to assist you in a struggle that you think is insurmountable alone. Rather for you to stand tall in courage and let your guides help you than to take a step in that crossroad and head backwards. That would be a move that would set you up for an even greater failure than the one you've already come from. Thanks so much, Stephanie Pappas, for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to continue answering questions on Facebook and YouTube. I ask, share the page, share the light, share the love. Let everyone know we are live here on VCMG, and we're answering questions at 888-565-1470. And if you're off in the car and you want to call in, we would love to hear from you. Join the conversation. Let's break the limits. We're breaking free tonight. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your soul? Because you know.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we're answering your questions right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah at 888-565-1470. And we're going to go back to the phone lines, and I've got Eileen, and she's in Illinois. Eileen, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you so much. And what limitation? How do we need to break free or wear the chains? What's shifting here?
Well, I had a lot happen this year. I changed stuff, stepped out of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
I volunteer. I serve at a church. I help people. I've been receiving a lot of wisdom. I feel like I'm surrounded with angels. And I love being in a group and connected. The thing I am struggling with is my finances.
And that limitation comes from also beliefs as well, not just what's in the checkbook and the bank account and the investments and whatever we've got going. It's beyond that. So, Eileen, when was the time that you remember hearing a story about money when you were growing up? What did your family used to tell you about money?
We didn't have any.
So were we told there wasn't enough? We can't do this because we don't have enough? What was the feeling?
I felt poor.
You felt poor.
Yes.
And that sense of poor made you feel that you didn't have enough to do things that you wanted, that there was scarcity and there was lack, and made you feel that you would have to work hard to get what you needed, and you would have to work a lot to accomplish something financially. Is that the belief that you went into your work life with?
Yes, it is.
And so now do we think that we have to work for all the money to come to us? What's our belief around our money now? As you look at your money, what do you believe is there and what you believe has to be done? What's your belief?
My belief is I don't have enough to make ends meet, and I'm not sure how to fix that.
Okay. So, and this is being recorded, okay, and you can catch it on YouTube and Facebook, so you don't have to worry about taking notes, but I'm going to free stream something for you to say to shift this energy, right? So in the moment of now, I'm aligning with the universal flow of current. This current creates a currency in my life that fuels abundance for all of my needs. I am worthy and I am enough, and everything I need is always provided to me. I am a magnet of abundant experiences. Things pop up as gifts and opportunities. My money grows. Money comes to me in unexpected, unusual ways because I'm open to the different ways the universe can provide me with abundance. I am open and receptive, knowing that I am worthy, and it is my birthright to be abundant beyond measure. I am the woman who is financially sound. I am the woman who always has more than enough for all I desire, and I have extra to do things that are joyous and harmonious. And as I open my heart and I give and volunteer, I know the universe has a plan to give back to me in ways that I cannot fathom because they're beyond my imagination. And the riches that are the powerhouse, treasure house of God are opening to me. And I can see the solution to all the things that I perceive as problems, I see the solutions and I know that they're already in my energetic atmosphere. So I trust that they will present themselves in the perfect time. I will never miss a beat because I am always in alignment with the divine universal flow of abundance. That's your mantra. That's how we shift our frequency, and then magical, different things pop up, and they help erase things that have become challenging. So this thought of lack, this thought of not having enough, is something that many of us have become indoctrinated in because our parents and our grandparents, they came from the times of the Depression. And here we are with talks of all that repeating itself. Now, mankind can talk about it more and talk about it to a degree and do things that exacerbate that end outcome, right? Or we can begin to see how money can flow to us as countries and individuals and families so that life can be more easy. Because if nature can fuel for itself and everything it needs is always provided, a bird doesn't worry where the next worm is coming from, right? But because we as mankind have put a limit on what we have to do to receive and the actions that we have to take and the tangible tasks that are necessary in this exchange of material items. And we have put value on things that really are infinite. We have boxed ourselves in. So you, for a person looking at the universe to open up opportunities, I see opportunities as well. So I feel like a solution may be that something may present itself that will offer you an opportunity to earn some money within a limited amount based on maybe what is allowed given where you are in your retirement plan. But I feel like there can be money coming from a flow of a new opportunity. Then also look at the deals and opportunities of gifts and unexpected rewards. You could be that person who says, I never buy a scratch off, but I'm going to buy a scratch off. Or I never play my address of my house, but I'm looking at the address of my house and I like those numbers. I'm going to go fill out a ticket and you could win.
Mm.
And again, not advocating gambling, but take the limits off. Like we think that, this is the only way we can have money come to us, but there are other ways the universe can supply us with money. Or someone could say, hey, we went shopping and we forgot we have another turkey in the freezer here. Would you like our other turkey? That just saved you money for the turkey. And looking at new ways for money to come to you and gifts.
Right. Do you see a legal matter clearing up for me?
Yes, but it's slower than a snail in mud.
Yes, it is.
And I know that would be a solution to a bit of your lack at this moment. However, there's a lot of resistance, and this legal banter is getting caught up, and now I think we just hit like a freeze moment again. So we want to look at something being revisited and agreed upon in these next few weeks, couple of months. This is the vibe around it. Did they make some measure movement forward and then just everything went blank again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Small move forward and stuck there.
Stuck, yes. And there's a lot going on in the energy of the planets that also kind of impact this as well. So patience with this. I know it's been a long time and you want it to be resolved, but you're that much closer to the finish line. So again, a mantra for that is the conquering power of the divine truth of God is the only energy acting here and now. Everything comes to a just resolution for me. Everything comes to a just resolution for me. That is the energy that I want you to create for yourself and anticipate the solution being provided expeditiously. Well, Eileen, great connecting with you again. I trust we've been of service. Be sure to pop on our YouTube channel for Sarah Spiritual or Facebook and take a look at the minute mark here. We are closing at 7:52, our conversation. So just come to about the moment of about 7:48, 7:46, right in there, and you'll be able to hear your call and take a channeling note taking of what we just gave you. All right?
Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome. Thank you, and have a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
All right,
Thank
bye
you.
for now. Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. And we're going to go back to our phone lines. And I've got to go from Illinois. We've got to go to Virginia. We've got Sunita on the line. Sunita, how are you?
I'm good, Sarah. How are you?
Wonderful. So, Sunita, how are you feeling? Limited, blocked, stuck, tied up, stagnant? Where do we need to break the chains and take the limitations off?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a few things to unfold.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And if one of them is work-related, yes?
yes.
Okay. There is shift and change coming for that. I remember that we had talked about something feeling a little stuck and stagnant there and almost like it was a bit of the same old, and it was getting frustrating. Is that true?
Mhm.
Yeah. So just trust that there's new shifts and changes coming for that. And as we move you through the December into the February time, that becomes a window of opportunity for shift and change. So if you've got something in the works, look for to hear something back, maybe even in time for your birthday. You may have a better idea of where things are shaking out. All right. And what is the follow-up question to that? I know there's another topic associated to that, and they're getting ready to wave me off of the first hour of the show, and I want to make sure you get your question in.
Love.
Love. Birthday of the person, please.
6578.
Little bit of a wobble there, not quite moving forward. That's also feeling a little stuck. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Well, I'm going to say give this a little more time. They're just not in the place of readiness yet. I kind of almost feel like there's a pullback on your part, like you're not sure you want to trust that. Is that true?
Mhm.
Okay. Let this unfold a little bit longer. It's not something that is going to change overnight. You know that. But I want you to know you made all the right moves. They need to be ready to make their move. They're not quite in the position to make the move. And it's not about you. It is about them. Again, birthday's coming. We're going to use that as a marker in time for you to write down your anticipated desire for your birth year, December to December. And I want you to write that down. And I want you to set into the angels and let them handle it. And the angels will kind of do a little bit of intervention on your behalf. This is a good match, and so we want to be patient with each other. And I understand there's frustrations, but just try to be as patient as you can. I don't feel you're wasting your time on this individual, even though I see this wobble and like you're not at the same page at this moment. Try to hang in there at this moment, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Or you're welcome. Bye for now.
Bye.
888-565-1470. And we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. We would love to hear from you on our phone lines and, of course, our Facebook and YouTube on Sarah Spiritual. So stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We're going to be right back to answer more calls and Facebook and YouTube questions.
No, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 and Palm Beach County Parks and Recreation present the Carlin Park After Dark Concert Series, Part 2. If you enjoyed Part 1, we've outdone ourselves this time. We've convinced two-time Grammy nominee, six-time Emmy Award winner with 8 million records sold, 7 public television specials, and over 50 recordings that earned him 4 gold records to join us and perform for you. Oh yeah, and he hosted Entertainment Tonight with Mary Hart for 10 years. It's John Tesh live. Mark your calendars for Saturday, December 10th.
He puts on an amazing show. It's fantastic.
Don't miss John Tesh live in concert in the beautiful outdoors at the Seabreeze Amphitheater in Carlin Park in Jupiter. This is a free live music event, part of the Carlin Park After Dark Concert Series. But for a more up-close and personal experience, limited reserved pod seating will be available for purchase. Hurry, reserved seating is going fast. All the info is at oldiesouthflorida.com. Enjoy live music and on-site bar, concessions, and if you're interested in being a vendor, just call us at 561-627-9966. John Tesh Live, brought to you by Margaritaville at Sea, Robes Law Group, Sloman's, 1-800-ALARM-ME, Brayman BMW Jupiter, and the Hamilton Piano Company. South Florida's Good Time Oldies is here. WWNN Pompano Beach, a VCMG live radio station. The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful 2 hours of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions and to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in. 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can share the love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking.
Yes, indeed, the world is changing now, and it's asking us to move along to find a different, a better way. And that's what we're doing here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We're helping you every step of the way to stay in your positive vibe, to move in the energy of the divine, and to allow love to lead wherever you go. 888-565-1470. That's the number to call. We actually have a phone line open, so pop on in. Would love to talk to you. Our Facebook and YouTube friends will be answering your questions in just a moment. But for this moment, I've got to go to Nashville. I've got Carol on the line. Carol, how are you?
Hello. I am good.
Good to connect with you, Carol. Wonderful. Where are we feeling a little limited and stuck?
that's the question.
Ah.
I don't know if it's me. Are you there?
I'm there. Are you calling someone else? Are we doing?
No. My phone is doing three things that it shouldn't be doing while I'm talking to you. So the energy is off the charts.
Off the charts.
So I don't know if it's a self-limitation, if it's a spiritual waiting on divine timing. What is up? Something, my spidey senses are all over the board.
Yes.
I know that it feels like there's something that's going to shake up my world, and I don't know what
Well,
I need to be doing.
let's take a look at what we've got going on. So at this moment in time, this birthday that just passed for you, this fabulous energy that opened up for you is really preparing you to really network and connect with other people and branch out. And you have already begun to do that, correct? Branching out and networking with new people, yes?
Yes.
And is there a potential, an idea that we may move from where we are sometime in 2023 and kind of go to a slightly different area, but still have access?
I have always been open to that.
Okay. There I see there's a possibility of a move. I also see around you this energy of change. Change in how you work, the way you work with people, what you do, the interaction. I feel like there's an up-leveling of the work that you do to help others. And this up-leveling is what you're waiting on, this divine timing, so to speak. I also feel that you had to do a lot of growing within, your own personal inner work, that you had to dig down deep in the depths of hurt and pain to release the energy of the past, the little girl past, that which no longer serves you anymore, but served as a stepping stone to your own personal greatness. I feel as if the energy of the earth is what you're very connected to at this time as well, and you're feeling the collective shift, and that is proving to be difficult, dense, and almost like sad to you. So there's that undertone of that going on as well. Does that make sense?
It actually makes a lot of sense.
And because you're very attuned and sensitive to the planets, you're really feeling that muck that's in the energy of the planets, and that thwarting and slowing down, and that just clashing of the energies that are popping up. And it's actually caused you to stand more in your truth and really come to an understanding of how to be gentler with yourself. I also see a trip. Is there a trip planned with you and someone else, please? I see a trip coming up.
Unless it's taking a holiday trip on Thanksgiving, that would be it for my boyfriend and I.
I do see a trip. So if there's a holiday trip planned, even if it's not very far away, I do see a trip planned for that holiday weekend or that holiday. And so I feel that this would be very advantageous for you. And then I also feel that in May and June of next year, there's another trip that comes. But the trip I was referring to was the one you're about to take. I'm made very much aware that this relationship between you and your boyfriend has hit a new height, a new level. Is that true?
It's shifting.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's the surrendering of the past, and it's the allowing each to be their own divine self, and for the two to come together as one, right? And to stay in the joy and the harmony of the fun, right? The clashes come, but there's still fun to be found in it all. Do not wait for the other shoe to drop, Carol, please.
Thank you for that.
Trust that everything has its time and its season. And right now you're in the season of the density that's around you, and it is not the sense of impending doom. It is just the sense of this is what's going on around you, and it is impacting everyone, causing everyone, not just you, your boyfriend, but everyone to question some of their past motives and the reasons why they are where they are. It's causing people to look at things differently and think, is this what I want to do? Is this where I want to be? Everything seems so challenging and difficult all around me. Is something wrong here too? And that's not the case. It's just a matter of everyone kind of tuning into their own individual self. Great business coming for you in 2023. There's great growth in that aspect. Focus on the gift that you have and the gift you have for mankind, so that you can be of service and trust that that will take you through this little sticky part. I consider it kind of sticky. It's like walking through some slush and mud underneath your feet, but you will get to the other side and things will align more fluidly in this very near time. All right, my dear?
Thank you.
You're welcome, Carol.
You're welcome.
Glad having you here. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
You too.
Bye. 888-565-1470. And opening up another phone line for us all here. And we also have our friends on Facebook. Pop your questions in. But in the meantime, I'm going to Carol, and Carol is in New York. Carol, how are you tonight?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I am great, Carol. And is this your first time connecting with us?
No, it's not.
Okay, Carol, speak up just a bit because you sound a little bit far away from your phone. And as I tune into this energy of expansion, I say that is meant for you. I say to you, Carol, where are you feeling limited? Where are we feeling stuck? What's not working for you?
I really don't know. That's the whole problem.
But you're feeling stuck, correct?
Yes.
And we're feeling stuck in activities and connections with people. We're not really feeling like there's enough giving us joy and happiness in our life at this time. Is this true?
Right.
And I also feel, are we going through some inflammation in the body, some joints or something feeling out of whack? Because I feel like a lot of, I'm not a doctor, but I feel inflammation in your body, right? So I feel like some days you don't even feel good. You're like, oh, this feels tough for me. And it's almost like there's a weight on you. Carol, when I flash back, and I have to go back in time to 2013, 2014, was this a difficult time for you, a time of change, please, when we go into 2013 and 2014? The end of 13 into 14 is what Spirit says to me. Were you going through a shift and a change? There was a challenge going on then, please? About 8 years ago? There was, yes. And this is a closing out of energy for you in this 2022 into 2023 of getting things better aligned for you personally. I'm also, Carol, being made aware of a woman stands above you, stands in position of a maternal energy, feels more mother than grandmother. Your mother has passed, Carol?
No, my grandmother.
Your grandmother.
She raised me, though.
She raised you. Okay, thank you. Because she feels like a mother. That's why I said very maternal. Grandmother's energy is stepping through for you. And she makes me feel like you've been talking. You've been talking, well, not just to yourself. We know that. But talking to the guides and the angels. You're talking to her? Yes, out loud, please? Yes. So she's letting you know that she hears you, because I feel like you're talking and walking around and talking and mumbling under your breath and just kind of hoping somebody will hear you. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling trapped. And you're thinking, is this where life is for me? Is this all there is? And there is so much more that comes for you. What is the relationship love question for me, Carol? Because I feel like that whole energy is very stagnant as well.
Well, there's a lot going on there. Real lot of stuff.
Yes. So what's the question there? That's why we're here, honey.
I don't know how to put it, but I would say I really don't want to be here with him.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't going nowhere because we bought a house together.
Right. So we're feeling stuck in that financial obligation. Is that correct?
Right.
Yeah. Well, for this moment in time, we are grateful for the roof over our head and our contribution and the co-contribution, yes, for the payments of the house, right? So in this moment, we know that it's a positive thing for you from that perspective. But life does not stop there. I do feel that there is another opportunity for you in the energy of love. You're going to have to give it a chance, though, and you're going to have to be open for that. And that is a 2023 experience, the summer on of 2023. And that energy that I see is something that is more of a compatibility energy, something of a better flow, something of a more communicative energy, and not so erratic. Your person living in the house seems very moody and erratic. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't know what you're walking into. It's like a roller coaster. Yes.
Right.
Yes. So ask Archangel Michael to be there with you, to keep you in the energy of protection. Not that I feel like there's danger to you, but I do say you want the energy to be balanced. So ask him to use his power to create balance around you. Now, when I look at the finances, I also feel like there's something else that you might be looking to do to generate more abundance for yourself. Is that true?
Yeah.
I see some side work, side gig, something coming for you. And there's something that you might be able to do for yourself that you create as well. And when I go to grandmother's energy, is this the time that she would make a lot of baked goods for you, please?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because she's kind of lining up a table and looks like we have our choice of baked goods from grandma, right? So whatever pies and things she made, and something that kind of looks like a loaf. So I'm not sure what that is, but almost looks like a nut loaf or something. I don't know. That's what it looks like.
Made a
in this.
cake with, let's see, with nuts on top.
Uh-huh.
It's like pineapples with nuts and cherries on it.
Oh, beautiful. So almost like an upside down cake, or?
Yes, that's what it's called.
Upside down cake. Okay, because I saw the nuts and I'm thinking it's a nut loaf. Okay, thank you. It's hard to see in the spirit world, everyone. It's like, what does that look like? It looks like a nut to me. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Well, that sounds like a beautiful thing. Perhaps you should make that pineapple upside down cake, get a recipe, and make it to honor Grandma, because Grandma is right here front and center, showing up like she's your mommy. So know that she is with you and giving you lots of love. Carol, stuck for now. You don't see the solution. Your mantra for yourself is, I am the woman who is open to new opportunities, and the universe is always creating solutions for me. And the solutions that come with ease and grace open up financial freedom for me, and I am free to come and go as I please. All right?
I do.
It'll be...
That's one thing I do.
Yes. So choose that energy of change, and everything will come together for you beautifully. All right, Carol?
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Carol. Good connecting with you again, and happy Thanksgiving, and enjoy whatever cakes and goodies you make on the holiday. Bye for now. Bye.
Very much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. 888-565-1470. We're going to check in with our friends in Facebook and YouTube, and then continue to answer questions right here on our board at 888-565-1470. Who else do we have here for us? We've got Shanae Cullen. And she says, hey, will I be able to conceive a child? I'm having the hardest time. Well, let's take a look, Miss Shanae, at the energy here. I do feel that there are two little souls that are available for you. And I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, but I do feel like something is needing to be done. I actually feel like there's something that is out of balance, out of whack, something in the hormones perhaps we need to look into. Not a doctor, cannot diagnose, but I do feel that there are two souls able to come to you, so we may need to make an adjustment. And I also feel like we need to take a look at our blood and make sure that the blood is balanced. They're talking to me about white blood cells, red blood cells. Take a look at that. We need to kind of check something going on in our blood as well as something going on with our hormones. Thanks so much, Shanae Cullen, for your Facebook question. And we're going to take another question from Facebook and YouTube. We've got Melanie Long. Melanie Long says, hello. She's curious if she just got an upgrade to her clairaudience, went through a couple of earaches. Thanks. Well, Melanie Long, great question. So sometimes when we are fine-tuning clairaudience, we will experience some pressure in the ear, almost feeling like someone's covering our ear, and sometimes we do get this energy of a pain. For those of you who don't know what clairaudience it is the ability to hearing spirit. It's like this sense and this connection of the divine. It's one of the ways that I'm able to answer your questions through this constant communication through my ear. That's almost like an earpiece, but directly to the heavens. So yes, Melanie, there has been an upgrade. And also the ear pain represented the purging out of some of the blockages of belief for yourself. I feel like there's going to be major transformation, Melanie Long, as well in your connection with sound and music for possible healing for yourself and others. So look for that, Melanie Long, as a transitional piece of your spiritual connection to take you to another level of messages and healing. Thanks so much, Melanie Long, for your YouTube or Facebook question. And we're going to take one more on our Facebook and YouTube pages before we go back to the phone lines at 888-565-1470. We've got Raquel D. Rock Thomas, and she says, hey, she wanted to know if her dad has a message for her. So when I look at the energy here, the first thing I am made aware of is that your father passed. He passed unexpectedly. It was not something that we thought he had more time here. And when I look at that energy, makes me feel as if there's something that you have of his that you wear around your neck, bringing him close to you. He does want you to know that he's with you, and especially in this energy around this month, there's this energy of a connection to him connecting with you in the dream state. You might have sensed him, felt him. He came through in the dream state. Know that he is here with you, guiding you, Raquel. Know that this year is going to be a powerful year for you. It is a major year for your career and your money, so focus on what you want to build in your career. Thanks so much for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to jump right back on the phone lines. Sure would love to hear from you. We're breaking limitations and making a shift and change. Stay with us for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We will be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful 2 hours of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
I've been standing in Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me.
Because you know that you know me, I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are spiritually speaking with all of you right here on VCMG, and we are answering your questions at 888-565-1470. And we've got to go to Deanna, and Deanna is in West Palm Beach. Deanna, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. Good evening. I'm very good. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome. Good to connect with you. How are you feeling? Limited? What's blocking you? Where are you feeling stuck, stagnant? What shall we look at tonight?
I am feeling stuck in my business in ways that I'm trying to grow and wondering, questioning, am I avoiding drama? Am I lazy? What is going on, and why can't I keep moving forward in the ways I know I can and will and want to? I'm just, there's a lot of things in my industry happening that are frightening, and I kind of want to hide under a rock feeling. And so I'm just curious what's happening maybe out there that might answer some of these questions I'm asking.
Right. Well, the first thing that I see here for you is that this year is actually a time of expansion. So if you've been feeling the need and desire to expand, then it is the right choice to make some adjustments and make some moves in a different, better direction for yourself. But of course, the things that go on around you in your industry, how do you overcome those things, right? How do we overcome lack and limitations that you may be faced with in your industry? So as we look around this energy, the first thing I say to you is this: have the vision of what you would love your business to bring in on a regular basis. Have a vision of the business transforming itself and working with the right people to support you. I feel like at times it's overwhelming, and expansion might represent more work for you because you don't always know who you can count on to help you. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And so we need to make sure we are supported by the right people, and we have enough things in a queue of automation that it's automatically done. And sometimes we don't have the right people helping us, and so it complicates things, and we're constantly having to check and double check things. Now, do you spend a lot of time out and about for your job as well, please?
I do. Yeah, I'm on the road. 8 hours a day.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's also that thought and feeling of the liabilities, the expense of all that. Yes, that's another step in that direction as well. But
Correct, yeah.
it is a service that you provide that is different than anyone else.
Yeah.
So it is finding the unique aspect of this niche and building up what makes you different to create the demand, as this is the time where you should be getting even busier, yes? But we also need a team member, and I feel like we need a team member who is available to take care of some of the travel for some of the other spots that you need to be, because you can only be so many places at once, right?
Right.
And that's the overwhelmment, because you're one person, so you can do so much. And then whoever's helping you, they cannot step up and help you enough because they have their own obligations. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So looking for a team member to be of assistance to you during certain windows of time would be critical for you. I also feel that there was a thought and an idea that we wanted to expand even outside this region. Is that also true?
Yes, hopefully.
Yes. Okay. There's no hope. We're going to take the word hope out, because I am the woman who is expressing the fullest experience of my business, and my business is growing exponentially. And every time I choose to make an expansion, all the right people show up for me at the right time, and they are ready, willing, and more than able to work, and they show up on time, and everything lines up perfectly. And we care for the special packages that we care for in our travel with love from the divine. This is how you need to talk to yourself. And I also feel that there's a bump in the advertising or the marketing, that the sources that you're relying on are not getting you enough action as well. Does that also make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But it is time to shift and change, and it will shift and change. And when I move you into the energy of next year, yes, there'll be some things going on in the world. You'll work around that. You will land on your feet. You are protected. Ask for St. Francis to help you in your journey so that St. Francis can assist you on the mission that you represent in your work and your business. And look at next year bringing the continuation of expansion and then your birthday kind of closing out the rough patches and opening you up to kind of putting healthy boundaries and getting things in better order. So we've got the next 7 months of growing and expanding and then kind of chopping away what isn't serving you and getting ourselves in perfect order. All right, Deanna?
Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome. Good to connect with you again. Bye for now.
You too.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye. 888-565-1470. And we're going to go to the phone lines, and we've got Q in North Carolina.
Hello.
How are you? Hello. How are you?
I've been good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to connect with you.
Yes, it's been a little bit.
So where are you feeling limited?
Well, I just celebrated a milestone birthday on November the 4th, so I just kind of want a sense of, am I still moving in the right direction with things as far as, I know when we spoke before, you said I was going to have some ruffled feathers with my work and situations, and while I'm still waiting for my happily ever after, things like that, to have patience on that end.
Correct.
But those ruffles have started to take effect right now, so I'm just kind of like finding that balance to stay on that skateboard, so to speak, but just want to make sure I'm still moving forward and not taking any steps back.
Well, we are in an energy of learning to balance, and some of this is out of your control, right? It is out of your control. You don't know what's going to happen at the workplace, correct? And they are making some moves and some changes. However, you are still on the list of people who they rely on, they count on, and who does a great job, right? So we don't want to give any energy to that. But now we're going to go back. We're going to go back because there was a time where you gave thought to change altogether, correct?
Correct.
And sometimes I tell everyone, careful what you're manifesting, because it may show up when you're like, oh, I forgot about that. Well, it would have showed up faster, more quickly, if we had the belief that it could really happen. So now, some of the seeds that you have planted before, even though it appears that those opportunities may have passed you by, I got to tell you, Q, this is an opportunity for you to really go back at what are the things that you really looked at in other opportunities that made your heart feel happy and harmonious, and stop coming from the place of fear like, well, I better hold on to this because this is what I know and they know me, and I don't want to take a chance because if I make a move, then what could happen, right?
Right.
So we want to be proactive. We want to let the universe open up a door for us and see what comes our way, and just gain the word I'm hearing is practice and routine of connecting with other people and letting ourselves kind of tune into what new opportunities feel like for you and how they would integrate in your life and the changes that you want to make in your life. And knowing that no matter what the company decides, even if they put some people on a chopping block, it's not going to derail you because you will land on your feet, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. You have an energy with you, a blessing that's coming for you that is already in your atmosphere. I want you to focus on what would be the ideal flow of abundance and experience that you'd like to create, and focus your intention on that, and try to lose yourself in the joy of creation as opposed to the crippling energy of fear that seems to be like whirling around all of you at this time at your workplace.
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense.
It is a good year. It is a milestone year. It is a year for you to celebrate, right? And realize that you've come very far and you have the key to your own success. You've had it all along. It's up to you to create a new beginning for yourself. All right, Q?
Thank you.
You're
so
welcome.
Much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye for now.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then I have to pop back on and jump on our phone lines that are waiting for me. So stay with us, everyone. We will be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
And we are right back here on VCMG and Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're answering your questions at 888-565-1470. If you did not get to speak with us this evening, please join us next Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And we will be doing our gratitude show right before Thanksgiving. Let's cook up some goodies here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We're going to go to Pompano. I've got Adriana on the line. Adriana, how are you?
Hello, Sarah. I'm good, thank you.
Good to connect
This is my
with.
first time.
Well, welcome. Good to connect with you. And I know you're feeling a little limited. My guides make me feel like you're feeling stuck, like this has been a little difficult time for you. Yes, there's a lot going on, and you kind of feel like you're in a bit of a whirlwind. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, and almost like it's like a roller coaster, and you feel like you're being hung upside down from your toes, and you're like, I really got to get out of this. And the doors are closing, but I want you to know that there's new opportunities coming for you. And I feel like you look at the doors and they all look blocked. Adriana, this is a temporary setback, but it is a regroup. And when I take you back to 2014, Adriana, this was a difficult time for you at that time. It was a time of shift and change. So we're going to go back about 8 or 9 years ago. Yes. That was tough for you? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And I also feel like there's an energy of betrayal or disappointment regarding someone around you. Is that also true?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
My mother-in-law
Yes.
died, and her daughter, and she was supposed to give the brothers and the sisters part of the house that the mother left.
Yes.
And she lied, and she didn't do the right thing. So I wanted to know if my mother-in-law was okay.
Well, let's look at the physical first, if we may. So I see the energy of betrayal, right? So I am made aware of that from my guides and my angels, and they make me feel as if people aren't doing right, and it is a difficult thing. I don't really feel like she's going to do the right thing. Your mother-in-law is in the energy of love and light, so she doesn't see things the way we do here on earth. But she did betray her intentions, all right? The intention was she was a very fair woman. Everything had to be equal, and family was most important to her.
Yes.
And so for her daughter to take it upon herself as if she's entitled was not the intention of your mother-in-law. And I know it's like a dagger to the heart of your partner. Is that true?
Yes. Yes.
And it's created some friction even for you all as well. And I say this to you. You have to trust that everything happens for a reason. And whatever is unjustly taken from us, I do have this knowing that the universe always finds another way to bring something as a gift to us. So honor your mother-in-law, light her a candle, let her know that you are with her, and she will show you a sign that she is with you, and she will assist you in any way for the transformation. I do feel, Adriana, that there is a desire, a need, a want to move. Something is coming for you. Whenever that change comes, it will come beautifully for you. So just know that this year coming into your birthday is kind of like closing out difficult chapters for you. When I move you into the month of March of next year, suddenly things feel like you're on an even playing field and like you can almost begin again. I actually feel like there's a work or a business. Is there a business or work your husband's getting ready to embark upon? Something new for him, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This I see is going to be a great opportunity for him. So have him do it knowing that he's going to be successful and making all the right choices that require some work behind the scenes. But I do feel that this is his destiny and what is meant for him to do. It's the next step up for him that is important. I feel like he's been in the shadow of many, and it's time for him to shine his light. And I think you've been cheering him on all along. It's just he hasn't had enough truth and faith in himself. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, it's correct.
Adriana, how did you hear about us?
Oh, well, I was in my car and suddenly I turn on the radio and I hear to your voice, which is very peaceful, and I love it.
Thank you.
Yes, I love to hear your channel. is amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and know that you can tune in every Wednesday now and go back on past shows on YouTube or Facebook under Sarah Spiritual. And since you're only in Pompano, you most certainly can visit my center in West Palm Beach. I have an enlightenment center known as the Expedito Enlightenment Center, where people can purchase all sorts of goodies, crystals, sprays, candles, incense, books. It's just a beautiful place for people to step into their energy. So perhaps one day from Pompano, you'll pop on up to West Palm Beach. You can learn more on my website. Adriana, know that your mother-in-law is at peace, even though things are not peaceful down in the home front. And celebrate your Thanksgiving in the gratitude, knowing that love is the answer, and your mother-in-law sends you much love, and that she's sending all the support to her son for his new venture. All right, my dear, Pleasure connecting with you tonight. Look forward to talking to you again.
Thank
Bye
you
for
so much.
now. You're welcome. Bye. 888-565-1470. We're going to go to Cher, and Cher is in Panama City. Cher, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to connect with you. Is this your first time contacting us tonight?
No,
Okay.
I spoke with you last year, October.
Oh, wonderful. Well, welcome back. Thank you
Yeah.
for remembering us and connecting with us. And as I look at this energy here around you, where are you feeling a limitation and stuck here? Because kind of feeling like things are sluggish for you. Things are not moving in the work, career, money area for you the way you'd like. Is that true?
Yeah.
This is a time for you to kind of step into your soul purpose. Are you looking to reevaluate your work for a purpose, for a meaning? Because I feel like there's new fabulous work that's supposed to come for you, Cher.
Yes, I'm waiting. The last time I spoke with you, you told me that I'm trying to migrate to a different country.
Yes.
So you told me when I spoke with you in October, you told me that I'm going to hear something in April, which I did hear something in April.
Right.
But I'm still waiting. It was not fully processed yet, but I'm still waiting.
Well, things are moving slower than a snail in mud,
Yeah.
right? So there's not much we can do with that. But I do feel like this soul meaning, soul purpose, the connection that is necessary for you, Cher, to have in your new beginning in a new spot. When I look at the energy and I take you in 2023, I really feel like by April of 2023, we've got the show on the road and we are getting ready to be on our way. So difficult that they're moving slow. I know that they're overwhelmed in things such as that, but trust that experience for you. And I also see around you this beautiful energy of the angels. You've been talking and praying to the angels.
Yeah, I've been praying.
Yes.
I pray every day.
Yes, and that energy is very much around you. Where is it that you want to migrate to, please?
Canada.
Okay.
And you told me that and the same, like, on the 1st of April,
yes,
I heard it was it was a positive feedback.
Right. Yes.
And I remember you told me specifically, and on the 1st of April, I got the call, and they said they offered me the job, and everything is going, so they're processing everything now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
And 2023, you're often running to the races, all right? You want to trust that process. And I'm always grateful that Spirit gives us timelines that we can count on. And April 1st, well, that's definitely, we're no April Fool in that one, right? So it's always good when Spirit can definitely deliver us the news that we want in the timeline that we anticipate. And I'll tell you why that happens, Cher, and why it's easy for that to happen is because when we gave you that information from a spirit of believing and knowing, you accepted it as the truth and you brought it further and closer into your atmosphere. I see it already there. But sometimes we as people push away the very same things I see because we don't believe. And so we've got to trust that the universe knows better than all of us. Sometimes we go, how is that going to happen? When is that going to happen? And we go through our little pitfalls of, I feel so down and depressed. Why isn't it happening? So it's going to be a good adventure for you. I do feel 2023 is going to yield you additional abundance. So you should enjoy that money and be in that flow. And I feel that it's going to be a good, but a little chilly because it's just, it's a little chillier there in Canada. But you're going to enjoy that energy. So get your little winter coat ready because by the time you get there, it'll still be chilly. And it's going to be a good opportunity for you, Cher. So thank you. And thank you for remembering us and giving us that feedback. We greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get stuff off the website, but it's not working. I don't know.
Yes, we're actually... Yes, they're working on it. I know it was a little slow, and someone's working behind the scenes as we speak. I was texting with them, so our web person is. So just be patient, and we should be able to share things working a little faster. It was just hanging, I heard. So I was like, why is this thing spinning? I thought I was watching the circus or something. I'm like, my website's not supposed to spin. But we've got the powers that be working on it, Cher, and so Ideally, we should have things resolved tonight or first thing tomorrow. All right?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Well, everyone, as we break free from limitations, we need to recognize that even these limitations serve a purpose. They are our teacher, their opportunity to grow and to shift, and it gives us insight into who we are, our personal courage, and what we're capable of. And it also teaches us that sometimes it's okay to ask for assistance. We've been trained to be so individual and count on ourselves that sometimes we do need the support of other people. And that's why we show up here every Wednesday night to talk to all of you, so that we could be that voice through the airwaves, giving you the insight and the guidance that you need, so that we can give you that hope that maybe you're feeling hopeless. We can lift you up and be the wind beneath your wings. That's why we are here every Wednesday, and we are grateful and thankful for all of you showing up every week. And remember, we've got some changes coming on December 7th, and it's going to take us through. December 7th, we change our time from 6 to 6:30, so we'll be with you from 6:30, and we expand our time to 9 p.m. So those of you who figure, well, it's getting close to 8, I better not call. My call's not going to be taken. Well, you're going to get extra time with us so that we have more time with all of you answering your questions and growing together. So spread the light and spread the love and be grateful for all that you have, even if what you have may appear to be less than what you've had before. Remember, it's not quantity, it is quality. Quality of experiences, quality of what we share with our heart with other people, and the quality of what it is we do have. And we have the power to shake free and break any limitation, because that speck of energy that is within us is the same energy that was taken from the divine that created an entire universe. So we are all more powerful than we realize, and our power of intention creates. So remember, every day, wake up with this energy of enthusiasm and gratitude and say, today I choose to create a powerful day, because I am a powerful being, and I am immeasurable, I am invincible, and I am impenetrable, and I am aligned with light and love, and I am a child of God. It is our time to shine and step into new paths. Visit my website. That's spinning right now, but visit my website, www.sarahspiritual.com, if you'd like a personal session with me, if you would love to purchase some items that we create and learn more about the work I do and learn more about the radio shows. Visit our Facebook page, our YouTube page, under Sarah Spiritual. Watch past shows, and even listen to my channeled songs that Spirit has sent through me as a beautiful message for all of you. There's a light in each of us. God bless you. We look forward to talking to you next Wednesday night, Thanksgiving Eve, as we express our gratitude and answer your questions. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
People have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart, the ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone we have heard.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answers your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.